Okay, great. Thanks for confirming. So let us start this session, everyone. So in the previous session, we had a first demo session, right? So in the yesterday's demo session, we had a demo one where we have seen about what is data engineering, right? So yesterday was the first demo session which we have completed it, where we have seen what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud Platform, and the detailed course curriculum. We have seen detailed course curriculum, right? All the course details also we have seen. So these are the things that we have seen as a past part of the demo session yesterday, right? In today's demo session, we are going to talk about the demo 2, guys. So today is going to be the final demo session. Okay, in the today's demo session, we are going to talk about in GCP overview. Please mute yourself, guys. Please mute yourself. GCP overview. We are going to talk about GCP interfaces, right? So we are going to talk about the GCP interfaces, everyone. So these are the details that we are going to talk about it. And the next session will be our regular session from Monday onwards. The regular sessions are from Monday onwards. That is nothing but 26th Monday onwards. The regular session will start. So that's where we are going to talk about how to create a free tier account in the GCP, how to create free account in GCP. Okay, so this is something that, so these are the current. Yesterday we have completed this session. This is completed. Today we are going to have this session, and Monday we are going to have this session. So these are the sessions that are currently we are going to have this session, guys, for today. So this is something that I want you guys to how to create a free account in GCP, and we are going to set up the project setup. So this is for Monday session. For those people who wanted to continue further, they can enroll for the session. So in between you have to complete the enrollment. So here you guys have to complete enrollment, right? So this is what we are going to talk about this session, guys. That is demo 2, where we are going to talk about GCP overview and GCP interfaces, right? Let me gonna tell you guys. So what is Google Cloud Platform? We have seen. So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider, isn't it? So Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to build the application, deploy the application, and scale the applications and services in the cloud. Okay, and it is providing you the highly reliable services and secure services and the scalable infrastructure, and this infrastructure is available throughout the world. Even in India also we have two network data centers available in Mumbai and Delhi. So Google Cloud Platform is offering you a plenty of the services, guys, plenty of the cloud computing services. And these services are offered to the organizations, and organizations can able to use these services to build the application, deploy the application, scale the applications and services in the cloud. They can also store the data, process the data, analyze the data, visualize the data. All of these activities they can able to do it within the Google Cloud Platform itself, right? So that's something that we have seen. And what are the services that it is offering? If you ask me, GCP is offering you plenty of the services, such as Google Cloud Platform offering the compute services, plenty of the compute services you are able to see, and identity and security services, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. So these are the different category of the services it is offering. And we are going to become a GCP data engineer. We will be mainly focusing on these two areas. Okay, as a GCP data engineer, we are going to focus on big data and storage and database services. So that these are enough for us to become a GCP data engineer. Okay, sir, GCP is offering you this many services. Sir, how to interact with the GCP services then? The next question is, sir, how to interact with the GCP services? GCP is offering plenty of the services. Sir, how to interact with these services? If you ask me, there are totally four methods are there to interact with the GCP services. There are totally four methods are there to interact with the GCP services. One is console, the second one is Cloud Shell, the third one is Cloud SDK, and fourth one is APIs and third-party tools. So there are totally four methods are there to interact with the GCP services: console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK, and APIs and third-party tools. Okay, so let us try to see what is console, what is Cloud Shell, what is Cloud SDK, and APIs and third-party tools. Let us try to understand so that this is very, very basic session. Everyone must understand so that you can able to comfortably work in the companies with the help of the GCP services. Right? This is a very basic session. Everyone must know. Now let us try to understand what is console, what is Cloud Shell, what is Cloud SDK, and how to interact with these three methods we are going to see today as a part of the demo session today. So now tell me guys, what is the first method to interact with the GCP services?
Console.
The very first method is Cloud Console. Guess it, what is Cloud Console can be? Any guesses what is Cloud Console, sir? UI tool. Okay, very good. So Cloud Console is a web-based because it is available over the web. It is a web-based, meaning that it is available over the web. A web-based graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. It is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services. Here we are going to interact with the GCP services visually. Here we are going to interact with the GCP services visually. So that's what is a console, everyone. A console is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services visually. Okay. So with the help of the console, what we can do, sir, if you ask me, with the help of the console, one can able to create any resources, create resources. We can also update the resources or modify the resources, modify the configuration for the resources, or we can also delete the resources. We can assign the permissions. We can also remove the permissions. Pretty much everything we can do with help of the console, guys. Everything we can able to do with help of the console. So this is what is a console. A console is a graphical user interface. It is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services visually. To interact with the GCP services visually. Okay. With the help of the console, one can able to create any of the resources, modify any resources, delete any resources. We can also assign some permissions, remove the permissions also. Sir, what is a resource? What is a service? There is a one question. Tell me guys, what is a resource? What is a service? What is service? What is resource? Anyone? Okay. Okay. Good answer. Any other answers? Anyone? Okay. Exactly. So resources are offered by the Google Cloud platform, such as Google Cloud Storage, or BigQuery, or Dataproc, or Dataflow. These are all the services offered by the Google Cloud platform. Within these services, one can able to create any of the resources, right? You can create for GCS, we can create buckets, right? Within the Google Cloud Storage, we can create buckets. Buckets are nothing but resource. Data BigQuery, we can create a data set and tables are the resources. Data pro clusters. So these are all the resources we call it as. So these services are offered by the Google Cloud Platform. Resources are created by the users. Okay, according to your requirement, users are going to create these resources. Okay, so if you guys wanted to create any kind of a resources like a bucket or a table or a cluster or anything, we can use a console. If you guys wanted to modify it, or if you wanted to assign a permission to access it or remove it, you can also go for console. So console is a web-based graphical user interface to interact with the GCP services. Right, sir, let me show you. So this is how the I can just close it and open it. So if you guys wanted to go to the Google Cloud Platform, we can go to the console dot cloud dot google.com. So this is our web page. So console.cloud.google.com. So if you guys wanted to use any of the GCP resources, this is our portal, console.cloud.google.com. So you can come to here. So this is how the Google Cloud Platform interface looks like. Okay, so if you guys wanted to interact with any of the resources, you can use this console. This is a graphical user interface. You see, you are able to visually see everything, right? If you guys wanted to interact with the BigQuery, you see you have an option here, a graphical user interface option. That's BigQuery. You can click on the BigQuery, and within the BigQuery you can create any resource. Or I wanted to create a data set, you can do that. If you wanted to create a table, so you see, create a table, create a model. So these are all the resources one can able to create it under any of the services using the console. See, this is a graphical user interface or not, right? So it's a graphical user interface. Using these things, one can able to create any of the resources or delete the resource. For example, sir, I wanted to delete it. You can see I can delete an option, right? You can even assign a permissions also using this graphical user interface. You can assign the permissions also. You can delete it also. You can copy it, query it. So all of these options, we call it as a graphical user interface. So that is nothing but cloud console. That is nothing but what, sir? This is nothing but a cloud console, everyone. A cloud console is used to interact with the GCP services visually using a graphical user interface, right? So that's one. I hope that is clear. Now tell me, guys, what is the second method of interacting with the GCP services? That's nothing but Cloud Shell, right? So the second method of interacting with the GCP services is Cloud Shell, everyone. So what is a Cloud Shell, sir? Any guesses?
The
Okay.
command line interface.
Command, command line interface. Yes. Linux. Yes. Yes, exactly. All these answers are correct. So it is also, first thing, it is also web based because it is also available over the web only. It is a web based. A command line interface. You all guessed it correct. It's a command line interface. Sir, it is a web-based command line interface to interact with the GCP services. How do we interact with the GCP services here, sir? In the command line interfaces. Via command, right? So here via script or a command, you are going to interact with the GCP services. That's nothing but Cloud Shell, everyone. A Cloud Shell is a web-based command line interface to interact with the GCP services via commands. Via commands, one can able to interact with the GCP services, everyone. Right, sir. For example, if you guys wanted to interact with the GCP services, what and all we can do, sir, if you ask me, pretty much everything that you are able to achieve it using the console, you can also do it via Cloud Shell. Okay. So if you wanted to create any resource or modify any resources, delete it, assign permissions or remove permissions, all of these things one can able to do it via Cloud Shell also, guys. A Cloud Shell is a web-based command line interface to interact with the GCP services via commands. So that's what is your second method. Sir, as it is web based, where it is available, sir? If you ask me, sir, it is a web based. If you can see, it is available over the web. So this is what is our Cloud Shell. I hope you guys are able to see this option. This is nothing but Cloud Shell, right? So here we have a Cloud Shell, guys. So the moment you click on this one, you will be able to see at the bottom the Cloud Shell is getting activated. Cloud Shell is getting activated, asking for authorization. Just click on authorize. So Cloud Shell terminal gets opened for you, which is a command line interface. Right, sir? You are able to see the command line interface. Sir, I wanted to see, for example, why this is not opening. Let me open this in the new window. You can also open it in the new window. You have an option to open it in the new window. You see, I'm clicking on this open in new window. Okay, so here the Cloud Shell terminal is opened up here. You can close it here. Okay, so you look at here, guys. So here one data set, two data set, 3 days. We have three data set, right? We can list down those data set here also by writing a command, right? So we can use BQLS. The moment you use BQLS, you should be able to list down all the data set over here also, right? You can see we are able to list down. Right. So what is the command line interface? Via command, you are going to interact with the GCP services. Via command, you are going to interact with the GCP services. That is nothing but command line interface. That is nothing but command line interface. See, BQ is a one of the command line tool. LS is a list down. So these two commands we are using it to list down all the data set. Sir, I wanted to list down this table, sir. So for example, if I go here, sir, I have here 4 tables are there. So I wanted to list down all the tables in the gold data set. So you can write a command for it. See, I can use a console. See, using a console, if I click on this one, I am able to list down all the 4 tables. Similarly, you can use BQLS, gold data set. You are able to list down all the tables inside it. You should be able to list down all the tables. So that's how I'm just showing you listing down all of these things. You can also create a table. You can also delete a table. You can also do a lot of things here. You can also do a lot of things. I'm just showing you some of these options over here. Okay. So that's what is a Cloud Shell, everyone. Right, sir? You can also delete it. You can also insert some amount of a data. You can also modify the features. You can also add something, remove something, anything you can do it. So that's nothing but Cloud Shell, everyone. So Cloud Shell is a one of the command line interface which is available over the web because it is available over here only. Right, you can just click on it, start utilizing it. If you guys wanted to interact with any of the GCP resources via command, you can come to here. That's nothing but Cloud Shell, everyone. Okay. Yes. Similarly, we have a third method of interacting with the GCP services. Can anyone tell me what is that? So what is the third method, guys? Cloud SDK. So the third method is Cloud SDK. Can anyone tell me what is the full name of SDK? It's nothing but
Development kit.
software development kit. So it is a software development kit. So SDK is nothing but a software development kit. Sir, a software development kit, as it is a kit, we have to download it. First thing, we have to download it and install it as per the operating system. According to the operating system, we have to download it and install it. Sir, how do we do that? First, we will see. Then we will come back here. Okay, first we will see how do we download it and install it. Okay, so I'm gonna just go here to the Google Cloud platform. Sir, I wanted to download the SDK and install it. To do that, search for Google Cloud SDK. Cloud SDK download. Right, so sir, Cloud SDK download. You can search for Cloud SDK download, click on enter. So you are planning to install the Cloud SDK for Google Cloud platform. Just click on the very first link. So you're planning to use the Google Cloud SDK download. You can see here SDK. If you guys wanted to download the SDK according to your operating system, you can select any of these things. So according to your operating system, if your operating system is a Debian, you can select this thing: Red Hat, Fedora, CentOS, Mac OS, Windows, Chromebook. Any of these things you can select it. Sir, my operating system is a Windows. I click on Windows. You see the download the option here. Just click on this thing so that the installer gets downloaded to you. See, the installer is downloaded for me. Once the installer is downloaded, you have to install it, right? Just click on it here. It will start. It will open up the installation page like this. It will open up the installation page. Sorry. It will open up the installation page like this. You can click on next. You can click on agree. You can increase the size also, right? Next. And click on next. Just click on install. Once you click on install, it will take, it's like the options are very simple. Next, next, next. Just click on install. It will take like 1 or 2 minutes for the installation. That's it. Right? So it will take 1 or 2 minutes for the installation. That's it. Once it is installed, you can go to the Windows Start. You can go to the Windows Start, search for SDK. The moment you search for SDK, you are able to see Cloud SDK available here already. Just click on this Cloud SDK. The SDK will open up like this for you. Cloud SDK opens up for you like this. Once it is open, you have to log into this Cloud SDK, because see, one thing I wanted to tell you here. So that's how, as it is a SDK, you have to download it and install it first. It is a software development kit. It is one must. If you wanted to use it, you must download it and install it according to your operating system. Now let me tell you what is SDK, sir. It is a local based. This time if you look at it, is local based, meaning that on top of your local machine, if you guys wanted to interact with any of the GCP resources, you can do that. So that's nothing but Cloud SDK. A Cloud SDK also a command line interface. Same thing, exactly same. Everything is same. But the only difference is that, sir, it is local based. That's the difference. It is local based, the command line interface to interact with the GCP services via commands. The same thing, everything is same. The only difference is what, sir? One is, this one is web based, this one is local based. Web based means the CLI is available over the web only here. But if you guys wanted to interact with the GCP services from your local machine, so that's where you can download this SDK and install the SDK on top of your local machine, right? So from your local machine, sir, I wanted to interact with the GCP services. In that case, you can go for SDK. To do that, you have to download it and install it. I've just shown you how to download it and install it. Once it is downloaded and installed, what do we have to do, guys? The very first step. Tell me, if you guys wanted to use the WhatsApp on your local machine instead of phone, once it is downloaded and installed, what do we do? We need to do the login, right? So we need to do the login. To do that, we have to use the command to log in into the Google Cloud platform is gcloud auth login. Gcloud auth login. The moment if you guys wanted to interact with the GCP services, we have to use gcloud auth login. The moment you hit the button, the moment you hit the button, it will go to the Google Cloud platform. Sorry. So you can copy this link. If it is not going to the Google Cloud platform, you can copy this link and you can paste that link over here. Select your account and click on allow. Okay, select your account. Now see, you are now authenticated with CLI. Okay, now you can see it is authenticated. You have selected this project and all of those details. So that's all. Once it is selected, you can clear the screen. CLS is to clear the screen. Now, sir, I wanted to run the same command which I have ran it here. The command is bqls, sir. Can I be able to run the command over here? Sir, I can able to run the same command bqls. If I run it, let's see. See, I am able to list down all the things here also. If you use the same command bqls gold data set, right? So here you can also see all the tables. So you have all the three methods when it comes to the development. If you wanted to develop something, if you wanted to modify something, if you wanted to assign some permissions or remove some permissions, you have totally three methods are there. One is console, one more is cloud shell, the third one is cloud SDK. You can use any of these methods according to your requirement. I'm telling you all the three methods, or why you are telling all the three methods when one thing is useful to do all these activities. See, according to the requirement in the company, sometimes you may use console, sometimes you may use cloud shell, sometimes you may use cloud SDK. Okay, so that is the reason I'm gonna tell you all the methods so that according to your requirement, you can use any of these things, guys, in the companies. Okay, that's nothing but cloud SDK, everyone. So if one wanted to interact with the GCP services, we can use console or cloud shell or cloud SDK. I hope this is clear for most of the people. Anyone have any question over here on a high level? Please raise your hand if anyone have any question. Okay, so I see that people have not raised any hand. That means so far it is good. So now the next thing is, sir, we are now seeing console, cloud shell, and cloud SDK. What is the fourth method of interacting with the GCP services? Can anyone tell me? APIs and third-party tools, isn't it? APIs are third-party tools. So these are not mandatory in the company that you are going to have it. So if you have it, you can use it. Okay, so APIs and third-party tools is also one of the method to interact with the GCP services. For example, sir, I have one of this Google Cloud Platform. In Google Cloud Platform, sir, I have one of the service called BigQuery. In the BigQuery, sir, I have one of the table called sales table. Sir, I have a BigQuery. In the BigQuery, I have a sales table is there, right? So this is GCS, Google Cloud Platform. So GCP. Here we have one of the service that is BigQuery. In the BigQuery, we have one of the table called sales. Sir, I wanted to create a report and dashboard. Sir, I wanted to create a report and dashboard. We can use multiple reporting tools or dashboard tools, right? Such as Power BI, for example. Is Power BI is a third-party tool or not for the Google Cloud Platform? Is it an external tool or not? Right. So the Power BI is an external tool to the Google Cloud Platform. Yes. So if you guys wanted to interact with the GCP services via third-party tools using the API, you can able to do it. Application Programming Interface. Right. So this is also possible to interact with the GCP services from the third-party tools, so that you can create some kind of a reports and dashboards. Okay, so that you can create some kind of a reports and dashboards, right? So you can create these kind of a bar charts, or right, so this is something that you can create it. So if you wanted to create such a kind of a things, you need to have a data, right? So here the Power BI interacting with the BigQuery to extract the data. So this is nothing but a third party tool interacting with the GCP services for extracting the data. So that's one method of interacting with the GCP services, third party tool. Similarly, sir, I wanted to add a one more table. If you guys wanted to create a one more table, you can also do it one of the from the programming languages. For example, sir, I wanted to create a one more table in the BigQuery using a Python. Yes, right. So again, this is the interaction is one done via API. So one can able to interact with the GCP services from the third party tools. A programming one can able to interact with the GCP services using the programming languages via API also. API is like a bridge, application programming interface. You can also interact with the GCP services via programming languages also using API. So this is our API, like this is our fourth method of interacting with the GCP services. Maybe for creating a table or deleting the table or inserting the data, whatever the activity that is. But you can able to do it using the APIs or third-party tools. So this is how one can able to interact with the GCP services, everyone. Okay, so these are the four methods are there to interact with the GCP services. One can able to use any of the method according to their requirement in the company. Okay, so most commonly console is used and sometimes cloud shell also used, commands also used. Okay, yes. We will be seeing. Sir, don't worry about the command, sir. BQ command you have used. Sir, how do I learn it? Don't worry. We have a separate session on these commands. We are going to learn about it in each service. Okay, yeah. So this is how I wanted to just tell you about what are the GCP interfaces. I've just told you. Tell me guys if anyone have any question. In the next session, we are going to see now that you do not have any account, right? Now that you do not have any account to practice the same thing. In the next session, I'm going to tell you how to create this free tier account in the Google Cloud Platform. I'm going to tell you this thing so that you can able to also explore all of these things. You can do all the projects, assignments, case studies within this Google Cloud free account only. In the next session, in a very detailed way, I will tell you how to create a free tier account in the Google Cloud Platform. Okay, so that is something that we are going to see. So using this account, you can do all the activities, practicing, lab sessions, pipeline creation, assignments, projects, everything you can implement it. The resources are enough in the free trial to do all of these activities. Okay, yes. Any questions, anyone? If anyone have any question, you can please raise your hand. We will see if you have any questions. We will talk about that. Anything related to the today's topic first? Yes, according to the requirement, you can use any of these things. So we cannot say which one is mostly used, sir. Sir, which interface is commonly used? We cannot say that because according to the requirement, we will be using it. But most commonly, if you ask me, we will be using the graphical user interface all the time, very commonly. All right. Yes. Any other questions? I see almost 50 people are over here. No questions at all. Yes, please. For SDK, right, if you have some Python scripts, you wanted to run it, and sometimes you wanted to deploy something from the local, right? In that case, you can use SDK. Or you have some server, on server you have some data, you wanted to move it to the Google Cloud Platform, right? You cannot use, for example, just a simple idea, sir, where we can use Cloud SDK. That's a very good question, right? The question is that, sir, how we can use Google Cloud SDK? Most commonly, I have seen this is one of the common requirement for every company. So you have some one of the Linux server, Linux machine or server, whatever you call it as. Okay, Linux server. In this server, they have a huge amount of data. For example, they have some 100 GB of the data. Okay, so they have some like some 10 GB of the data is there, right? So in this server, they have some 10 GB of the data, and they wanted to move it to the Google Cloud Platform. Tell me, how can we use it? How can we move it to the Google Cloud Platform? Because we cannot use the we cannot open the Linux server, and we cannot use the group, right? Sorry, you graphical user interface. We cannot do that, right? Because it's a server on top of this Linux machine. It's a command line interface. Linux is a command line interface. So that's where you install the SDK on top of it. Okay, and then you use one of the command like gsutil copy. Okay, and then it will be copied to the Google Cloud Platform. So that's how in this one of the common scenario that people use it, right? So if you guys wanted to use SC, so these are common scenarios. Yeah. No, no, not possible. Using the graphical user interface, this action is cannot be done. That no command prompt, no, you cannot use, right? So command prompt, you cannot use the this cloud shell. Sir, can we use this cloud shell to interact with the Linux server? No, that's not possible. That's not possible because cloud shell is a simple machine and which cannot be used because it is not persisted first thing, and one more thing that it will comes up with a 5 GB only storage, so cannot be used to do as such kind of an activity. But local machines, because you need to, when you are using the SDK, the advantage is that this SDK is attached to your local machine. See, it is installed on top of your local machine. It is accessing to your local C drive, and it is also having an access to your Google Cloud platform. So it should be the one which should be able to access both of these things. Then only you can move the data from here to there to here, right? So that's how the SDK works, not the Cloud Shell. Cloud Shell will only be accessing the Google Cloud platform, cannot have an access to your local machine. Yes, that's a lot of things. That takes a lot of time. Yes. All right. So any other questions, guys? Anyone? For ETL processes, we are using a lot of services, guys. Like maybe I'll just put it up. Oh, okay, I should have taken a screenshot yesterday. I did not do it, huh? Okay, I should have taken. Okay, no problem. So I'm gonna just copy the image from the previous sessions. Whatever we are, what are the things that we are covering, right? So I'm gonna just put it. Did not put it yesterday. I should have copied and pasted over here. But this is for the previous one. But that's fine. I'm gonna put it over here, guys, because it's the same thing. Okay, so you can see here, guys. So, and the timings, I think this is good. Yeah. So 3 months. Yeah, I think this is in this one what we are going to cover as a part of the ETL, right? So data prog, data flow, airflow, all of these things are more of a ETL services only, data bricks, right? So yeah, you can even do ETL activities on BigQuery also nowadays. Yeah. Yep. So this is our course curriculum, guys. If you guys wanted to see, the prerequisite is SQL, the timings, right? So the timings are, you all know that 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. every day, IST. So this is what is the timings, everyone. The timings are fixed. Okay. Yes. And yes. Uh, yes.
Kafka is needed this one, sir.
1 minute. So yeah. So here first thing, Kafka and PubSub both are same. Okay, so Kafka and PubSub both are same. Either you learn any of these things, you will be able to understand that rest of the things also. That's one thing. And for those people who wanted to get an access to all of these activity, all of these recordings and the notes, and if you wanted to access the previous recordings and all of those details, you must enroll for the course. If you guys wanted to enroll for the course, please contact your admins, so they'll help you to do that. Okay, so please look in the chat box, you will be having a phone number, please connect with them for enrollments, right? Yep. Yes, please. No, we are not covering any vector. No, no. So this is more of a data engineering. Yeah, yeah. This is more of a data engineering course, and there are plenty of roles are there. So out of these things, GCP data engineering a role where that's not required very much, yeah, for GCP. Hmm, okay. Okay. That's for machine learning roles. Actually, that's for machine learning roles. Yeah. Sure. Mhm. So I've told you that yesterday. So according to your this thing, so you have it here. Think I've told you that yesterday. So this is how it is, guys. So according to your current experience, based on that, we can plan it. For example, your comes under 5 years of experience. You can put last 2 years on the GCP and rest of the 3 years, or you can even put last 2.5 years on the GCP, rest of 2.5 years on whatever the current experience that you have, right? So that's something that you can do it. Yeah. So this is how, guys, for those people who wanted to prepare your resume, this is the logic that you have to follow, and based on that, you can do it. Yes. Right, so those are a part of the topics, right? So as a part as the topics that we are covering, all of those things will also cover, right? It's not that separately we have to learn it. So when we are learning some topic, all of those things will also comes into the picture. Okay. Yes. Yes, such kind of a knowledge. And even um, one more thing that I have mentioned here, in an interview tab you have certification dumps also. If you guys going for an thing, you have a commonly asked questions also here. Those will be very useful for you. Yes, for the certification dumps. Here we have all the certification dumps for associate and PDE, guys. And these are very useful if you guys are planning to do any certification in the GCP. I've recently written my GCP PDE one more time. So 2 years back I've written, and I have taken it one more time, and so the questions are pretty much same. Yeah, the scenarios. Yes, out of 50 questions, you should be able to crack it around 30, more than enough for you to crack the exam. Yes. Sure, sure. Yes, Ranjit, you have any question? You can ping. Yes, yes, you'll be able to get it. Yes, we can do that. Sure. Anyone have any questions, guys? Please raise your hand. We can talk about that. So this is it for today. So today we have completed it. I'm telling you the next session is on Monday, guys. I forgot to tell you the next session is on Monday. So next session is a regular session, and that's on Monday, 26th. Don't worry, we will have a session on 26th. Okay. Yeah. Evening only, right? So we will take it almost 27 only. Monday night is nothing but 27 only. So we will take it on Monday 26th. That's my regular session. At the time is 9:30 to 10:30. If you guys wanted to continue further, please complete your enrollment today, tomorrow itself, so that you will get an access to all the things. Right? For those people who wanted to continue, please complete the payment. So if you guys wanted to enroll, right? So if you guys wanted to complete your enrollments, complete the payment, and then get an access to all of these things. Get an access to Zoom sessions, guys. New Zoom link will be generated. For this link will not be useful, and the new Zoom link will be generated, and that will be used. And access to the recordings. Get the access to the recordings. Get the access to the notes also. Access to notes. So this is something that once you complete the enrollment, you make sure that these are all the things are with you. Okay, so this is something that you have to do. Complete the payment, get an access to all of these things. All right, so this is what you have to do before the session on Monday, guys. Any question? Meaning that, sorry, it's possible. Yes, yes, yes. You can do that. No, you can ping me. Yes, you can ping me. Yes. You can ping us, guys, if you have any questions on any of the related payments. You have the numbers in the chat boxes, and they'll help you to do all the payments. So what does it look like the times when AI agents are doing the most of the things? What do you think and suggest? No, it's not like that. See, there are two things for everything, right? So writing the code is one thing, people, right? So when it comes to any kind of a business, right, AI can able to help you to write the code, but that may not be 100% for you to do that, right? So it give you 60 to 80% of the code. Second thing, AI will not understand your business. So you are working on some business, right? So that business AI can understand that. Okay, according to the business and however you wanted to do it. So that's where the human comes into the picture. Human has to feed the lot of information to the AI, then only these things will be helpful, right? Yes, AIs are going to be playing a lot of role, but it doesn't mean that AI will actually replace the data engineering activity. That never happens at all. Okay, so humans are very much important, meaning that the data engineers are very much important, especially managing your entire data engineering activity. It is not just possible with an AI to do all the things, right? Maybe you think that coding is the data engineer do. No, data engineers work is 50% only coding, maybe 40 to 50%. If I just look at a data engineer life, he may be writing the code 40 to 50% all an entire data engineering life. For example, if you take a data engineer spends 50% on coding. Rest of the 50% is all about a lot of things comes into the picture on a daily basis, right? On a daily basis, like a lot of activities comes into the picture. A coding out of this 50%, a 30% of the code will be provided by the AIs, ChatGPT or Gemini or anything. Rest of the 20% is human intervention is required. Otherwise, your code will not be 100% correct. Okay, so that's all. And this 50% of the knowledge, maybe 5 to 10% AI will be helpful. Rest of all the 40% the human has to do it. So more and all 30 to 40%, right? So 30 to 40% your entire job will be AIs are useful, but next rest of 60% is human. Without that cannot be possible. Without that cannot be possible at all, I'm telling you. So don't worry about your AI is coming into the picture, my jobs are gone. No, data engineering job never be that, because data engineering is one of the safest, data engineering one of the foundation, data engineering is one of the trending and highly paying job currently. From the last 15 years, 20 years onwards, data engineering is there. For next 30, 40 years, the data engineering will be there. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So there are projects. The projects we are going to see on a sales and finance, transactions, healthcare, and plenty of the activities that we will be having our projects on. Okay. Yes. The difference between the associate cloud engineer and professional data engineer. Cloud engineer just do all the cloud activities. Data engineer works on the data engineering activities. Cloud activity is nothing but creating that resource, something related to the networking, something related to the DevOps, something related to the infra also. But data engineer mostly focusing on data engineering activities, right? So data projects he mainly works on. So that's how the exam also will be like that only. Right. I think so. These are the questions in the chat box. That's what I'm reading it and answering it. Okay, don't worry. Yes, I think this is it. And I hope I told you this thing. For regular sessions are starting from Monday, guys. Complete your enrollments before that. Get an access to all of these notes and recordings. Be ready so that we will be having a very good interactive sessions throughout the entire course. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye. We will meet in the next session for the next topic. Until then, please learn. Keep learning, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. I hope you have learned something. Thank you all. Bye bye.